And we're back. We looked up rules.
See, I was just going to pretend that we didn't, and that we, just knew it all along.
Well, I did that in post. Anyway, Dr. Vec likes to, experiment and modify on bodies, and because she doesn't have much of a bedside manner, her taking care of you is more like cold or distant, and perhaps slightly chiding of like, if we got like a bioenhancement or a mechanical replacement, we wouldn't have to worry about healing this part of you. She would talk about like degrees of efficiency, because she's an inventor and she loves to imagine new ideas in her brains.
I don't really want a cyber torso, but I appreciate the thought.
So she's probably like in that instance like an oily salesman, only instead of like trying to sell you a car or a vacuum cleaner or like Avon beauty products, it's trying to sell you on the idea of self-enhancement through like mechanical body parts.
Why do I view Dr. Heck as just a Ractor now?
Anyway, this is a check for Tim as she gets to work on the aged commander of everything forever. I have a boost die because of my med pack. It says so in the description of the item. You are fixed.
3 successes, 3 advantages, and 2 triumphs?
You are probably really convinced. I don't know, like, maybe mechanical cyber enhancements are for me.
All right, so for every success, the number of successes is how much health you're going to get back. You will regenerate strain based off of the advantages. And I don't know.
So advantages are, for strain. Triumphs generated can heal. Triumphs generated whenever I'm healing wounds can be used to heal critical injuries. So there might have been like some lingering back pain that you had from like a catastrophic, like accident some years ago that you were never able to shake. And Dr. Vec just like realigns the back, just pops it back into place.
Oh, it's much faster than space yoga. All right, so does that heal 3 or 5 wounds? Are those triumphs kind of successes as well?
Yeah, well, let's see here. Triumphs can be spent to heal additional wounds, it seems.
So 5.
I don't. If they can be used for that, yeah, go ahead. But they're actually canceled out.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
All right, so I'm down to 6 wounds. All right.
And of course, I jabbed you with that stim pack that healed 5 from my med pack.
That brings me down to 1, and a night's sleep will break me to fully refreshed.
Nice. It's not bad.
Very nice. Thank you, Dr. Vec. I feel much better.
Good. You should come see me at regular intervals, Tim. It seems as if you are having some, difficulties. We can work through those.
It's fine. It's just, when you get to my age, the back's just not what it used to be. So just got to work on that core, right? Work on that core.
With careful training and proper maintenance, Tim, you could go for far longer than Imperial reports would suggest involving age.
You know what? That maybe there's something to that. I'll have to think it over.
I'm not sure whether this is like a medical thing or like a sexual like dysfunction thing at this point.
Neither is Tim.
You should totally roll charm on him right now.
You see, if Vec even like remotely connected with that at all, then yeah, sure, but she doesn't. She just wants to rebuild you. That's all.
I'll give you cool
just
sound
wants
effects.
to turn you into a beautiful machine.
Yes, a beautiful, lovely machine. And as for Watcher, well, no triumph this time.
I think the 6 successes and 2 advantages should do pretty well, though.
Yikes.
He gains a nice glow about him.
There we go, like a supple sheen, like just like covered him in like healing oils. This is an experimental treatment that I heard about. I feel great.
I do feel great, but I'm not sold on the cybernetic thing. I'm still pretty young.
It's never too young to start cyber enhancements. It gives your body more time to adjust to them as well.
I don't know. I'll think about it, I guess.
I wouldn't.
People
from the room, like I wouldn't.
I mean, Jason already thinks that I'm cold and mechanical. I don't think that having actual cold machinery would work to help my image any.
Slightly like patronizing and condescending look as like a hand goes on the shoulder. Oh, he'll change his opinion soon enough.
You think? That'd be good.
I think so.
Smash cut to Jason sleeping. Watcher sneaks in with like a tape player, like, Watcher is good. Watcher is nice. You love Watcher.
Watcher is always watching.
I hate how this effective brainwashing is making me like Watcher more.
I remember having control over my character at some point. All right, sounds like that's what my character ends up doing during the full day, happily modifying people in ways they don't understand.
And Tim like wakes up in the middle of the night one night and there's like a light glowing underneath his wrist. What the?
Well, at least I have no back pain anymore.
You take what you can get, I guess. Aliens, right?
Wow.
Tim will work a little bit more on one of his dioramas now that he's got some privacy back thanks to those partitions. Set one of them up, start carving up some little clone troopers there. Carving up some little, bunch of clone troopers. This has a sort of a distant look. If anyone glances in, he's not even looking at what he's doing. It's like an automatic thing as he's whittling. I guess they wouldn't have wood. That would be really expensive. Whittling the plastiwood into the shape of a little squad of clone troopers there.
Weird. I didn't know he was an artisan.
He's got layers.
Nuance. I like it.
What's everyone else up to?
Sitting in the ship pilot hole, reading Pilots Monthly, the magazine for pilots.
There's literally just a hole in the cockpit that he has to sit in.
Some people call it a chair, but I don't know. It always felt more holish to me.
Is it like a bunker for him?
It's
safe.
It's a person-shaped hole. Yes, it's safe from Watcher and his watching eyes.
Just slowly mumbling under his breath while reading Pilot Monthly. I like Watcher.
Watcher is good.
He's probably got mirrors set up so that he knows if someone's coming up behind him or just watching him.
Meanwhile, Watcher is actually nowhere near Jason. He's actually in the cargo area literally poking their captive with a stick that he found somewhere.
What a weird thing to do.
Please stop. Please stop poking me.
Yeah, I mean, I could do that, but you kind of did try to gas us and then, murder us.
You shouldn't have messed with the voiceless
diaphragm. Oh my god, if you finished that he poked the guy a lot harder. With
ow, come on, ow, I warned you, ow.
Well, stop warning me.
So when are you going to let me go? You let the girl go.
We did, but actually that was Tim that let her go. I didn't want to let her go. I wanted to kill her.
Well, you don't have to kill me.
I'm fairly certain I do. You have a much higher chance of betraying us.
I don't see how. I'm your defenseless prisoner now.
Yeah, I guess. But that's only if we keep you here forever.
I'll never talk. You can poke me with that as much as you want. I'll never betray the voiceless diatham.
Well, I mean, you say that, but
That's
I'm
right.
pretty sure I could get you to talk.
No, I really doubt it. I really doubt it. They used to call me No Talks Tesley back at the big secret base.
No one ever called him that.
I'm sorry for interrupting. I just love that.
No
Like a
Talks
quick-
Tesley. That's what they called me.
It's a quick flashback, just like him and everyone's standing around him. They're like, "Oh, it's Leaky Tesley because he's peed his pants."
Aw. No,
Watcher.
that was him in grade school. When he was with the voiceless diatham, no one would talk to him, so he was No Talks Tesley.
Brutal.
So Watcher will continue to poke him and say, you know, for someone who has a nickname of No Talks Tesley, you sure are trying to convince me very hard that you don't talk.
About what? I definitely don't talk about anything important.
I'm just saying, you are talking right now. Poke, poke.
And that's just my nickname back at the base, our secret base.
Yeah, your secret base.
Yeah, I mean here I'm just Tesley Radar Taxi Man.
I see. How was it at that secret base? How was it? Tell me about it.
It was all right. I mean, they always had the humidity cranked up a bit, so that was a little uncomfortable.
Oh, that sounds unpleasant.
It really was. But I probably shouldn't tell you anything about that.
No, of course not. Having humidity cranked up at base, that almost sounds like you had a hut on base. Poke, poke.
A hut? Oh, that's an odd leap you're making there. Definitely an odd leap.
Is it? Poke, poke.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Well, I've enjoyed our chat. I'll come back in another half hour to poke you some more.
You don't have to. It's okay. I'd like to sleep for a while.
Nope, no sleeping.
Now, you guys haven't checked him at all, have you?
Watcher didn't know.
I don't remember. Possibly.
I didn't explicitly
Possibly
say
not.
so I guess not.
I mean, it would make sense. You can check him if you want.
We're just gonna stash him without what would our characters do?
It's been like a month. I don't remember anything
Yeah.
we did or didn't do.
It has been a while. You're right.
It seems likely that
Did
at
they
least
check him and strip him of all of his goods? Let us know in the comments below.
it seems like something that at least Watcher would think of, and
Yeah, you
like
probably would have.
Tem might, depending on how well his brain was working that day.
I think you guys
I mean-
probably did check his pockets.
Both Tim and Watcher did get shot by a freaking disruptor rifle, so it would be forgiven if they didn't exactly think of it.
All right. Well, that's fine. That's fine. I don't mention it for any reason.
No, of course
No,
not.
of course not.
All right. So the night continues on. Was there anything else you guys wanted to do before the next day?
Hi, Jack.
You feed the cat.
All right,
Space
you fed plenty.
Other than Watcher is continuing a enhanced interrogation technique of poking this guy every half hour. No, he's not doing nothing.
Now, is that something that you want to roll for? Are you trying to get him to talk?
Yeah. He was forbidden express torture techniques, therefore he's doing enhanced interrogation.
I like it. I like it.
Well, maybe Tem will drop by in the later on. He's got some shavings on, and we'll be like, "Oh, it looks like you haven't been getting much sleep."
Watcher
saying
walks
that to
by and
Watcher?
pokes the guy. Yeah, you're saying that to me or him?
I'm saying that to the prisoner.
Yeah, I haven't been able to get much sleep. That guy keeps coming by with the hair, and he keeps poking me.
Oh, the guy with the hair. Yeah, yeah, totally.
He's got
Watcher at that very
a real shine to his hair now.
that is the enhancement that Dr. Vec placed in him. He can now generate anime shoujo bubbles at any time.
Yeah, I'm gonna deny that.
What would be the difficulty of a coercion check against this guy to help soften him up a bit?
Let's see. What are you trying to coerce him into doing?
Well, I'm doing a sort of slightly less bad cop to go with Watcher's bad cop. And,
Oh man, I mean, Watcher's smiling as he walks up and just pokes the guy out of nowhere and says, "Boop."
Is that coercion?
trying to threaten someone is, yeah, definitely a coercion.
Well, you're not. You're not though. You're playing good cop.
Slightly
no,
bad
I'm
cop.
saying slightly less bad cop. I'm essentially going to threaten him with setting Watcher loose subtly.
He's going to say that Watcher's been forbidden to do any sort of torture, but if he proves too resilient, maybe Watcher will be allowed free to do whatever.
As you do. Okay, if you're gonna do that, it's gonna be average difficulty for this no talks Tesla guy.
All right, let's see how this goes. Okay, so I got a success and an advantage.
All right, what do you want your advantage to be?
Well, I'll say to him, yeah, I've told him that he probably shouldn't do anything too severe to you, at least before morning. It's always such a hassle cleaning things up at night, so. Anyway, sleep well, Tim says and walks off. And I think as an advantage, I want him to feel like particularly shaken, like particularly like upset by that, so that he'll be more receptive, easier to break down for Walker. So it's basically gives Walker a boost die there for his own attempts. Yeah, Watcher Texas Ranger.
No, he's now Walker Bow. That's who he is.
He's Watcher Empire Ranger.
I love it. All right, so you're gonna just give him a boost die whenever he tries to coerce him.
Yeah. As Tem sort of wanders back off again, heads up to the workshop in the front with his helmet.
So as Tem walks away, Tesla's clearly a little shaken. He just kind of slumps in the corner between two of the mattresses, leans his head against it, and he just kind of mumbles to himself.
You're not leaky, Tesley. You're not leaky, Tesley. Don't piss your pants.
Come on, Tesla. You gotta pull it together. No PP now. What did you tell them? They're not supposed to mess with the voiceless diatham. You gotta remember that. And he starts rocking.
Can my check just be to ask him how to get them to stop saying that phrase?
If you want to do that, you certainly can.
Oh dear, no, it's fine. All right, so
maybe we should mess with the voiceless diatham.
So refresh my memory then. We're going to Kwenn Station.
Yep.
For what?
We're trying to find Jagdon the Great so that we can continue.
Oh yeah.
Our goal is to find the voiceless diatham and shut them down.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we have to find their secret base and stuff.
Yeah. So the trailer took you there. You guys had the first mate's data pad. You went to his place. You found communications between him and somebody called Jagdon the Great.
Jagdon. Using that password LoveCat32 and 6969.
That's right.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And the contents of the email suggested that the drop-off point for the live specimens that were being collected was on Kwenn Station. because that group that the captain of which you guys let go, they were just bringing specimens in. They were not part of the Voiceless Diatham.
Specimens as in rancors.
And other things, yep.
So, what would be a benefit of asking this guy? Should we ask him about Jagdon?
Try asking about Jagdon, maybe see if he knows of anyone else that's, higher up in the chain. Maybe try and get him to slip up and give us some names or give us some locations.
Okay.
Anyone else have any thoughts about that?
No, I don't. That sounds
No,
that sounds pretty important information to have from him.
I mean, I've got some thoughts, but I'm not going to give them to you.
Nah, tell us your thoughts, man. What's on your mind?
Yeah, don't worry. You're about to find them.
We're about to find his thoughts.
Yep. And then
All right,
let me
then.
know what they are, because I could use them too.
Okay.
They were here under this pillow on my bunk.
If I see him, I'll let you know.
Okay, so before I grill him, Watcher would want to know about Kwenn Station itself.
Okay. So,
Do some research on the HoloNet there, figure out what's going on, and anything he can also dig up on Jagdon the Great. Research. It's what analysts do.
I'm trying to remember. Didn't you guys search for Jagdon previously? And it came up with a bunch of conspiracy forums.
Yes, there's also there was a spreadsheet
Mm-hmm.
and an address of a drop-off
Yep, that's the one on Kwenn
Base-
Station.
on Kwenn Station. Yeah, we definitely came up with a bunch of stuff on Jagdon the Great.
Okay.
That's why we're gonna go.
But we don't know much about Kwenn Station itself.
Nah.
Unless any of you have been to it previously.
Well, I'm sure some of us would know something about it just by reputation or by, space Bing. But, I think, we know about Jagdon. We have a rough idea of where he is. So we're, more interested in the next step after that, I think.
Okay, so what I'm thinking is I'll do a check on Kwenn Station in general, see if we
Okay.
can find any interesting info from that, particularly as it relates to Jagdon, I don't know, a base or something like that. And then we can ask this guy about the base. Or operations leading to the base, such as this drop-off point.
Okay, you can certainly roll that. So you're going to want the info on Kwenn Station first. So go ahead and roll. Let's see. It's probably going to be Outer Rim knowledge.
Outer Rim, huh? Okay.
Well.
Hello, Toffee.
I mean, it's not a core world.
That's right, Kitty.
Good. I'm glad I'm not the only one with a cat.
No,
Well,
Toffee
I've
is
I've had to evict Jack from the room.
okay. So what am I rolling for Kwenn here? Outer Rim. What difficulty?
Go ahead and make it 2 difficulty average.
Okay. I got nothing else. No boosties or anything like that. So I'll go ahead and roll.
I mean, if you're using, oh no, you're fine. So 2 successes and an advantage. So it's not hard to find info on Kwenn Station. It's actually a major stopping point between the mid-rim worlds and Hut Space. It's pretty much the last spot you can fuel up while you're using the nearby hyperlane to make your way this way or that, depending on where you want to go, of course. Now, it itself is supposed to be more or less under the control of the Empire. It is right there on the border, but it is frequently servicing very large Empire ships. There's a fairly heavy Empire presence there. At least that's what your Googling is suggesting.
Space Google.
Exactly. Now, it itself is it's a station over a big gas giant And that's about it. It's just a station that's there as kind of like the last port between crossing from good old Empire space over to the Wild West of the Hutt territories.
Okay, can I get an idea from my searching of how busy it is?
Yeah, certainly. It is very busy.
Okay, so probably not much information on a glowing sign on Space Google that says Jagdon's hideout over here.
No, definitely not.
I like it.
Okay.
Just on there like, welcome to Kwenn Station, space station website. It's just like, there's a tourist map, and one of the things is Jagdon the Great's house.
Yeah. On the directory.
Hallmark, Disneyland.
What I
Jagdon the
want to do
Great's
now,
house.
before I make this check, then I'm going to attempt to blackmail him again I'm going to blackmail again on him this time, rolling valuable facts to pull out information about what the hell is his name? Taxi cabman? Driver taxman.
Tesla.
Tesla no leaks. No talks.
Tesla. Leaky Tesla no talks. Taximan.
That's right. That's as good a name as any for him.
So yeah, use my valuable facts talents to try and get me a leg up on this guy. Is that permissible?
Well, I missed half of it due to the cat.
My valuable facts is just me rolling a knowledge check of my choice against 2 difficulty die, and if I succeed, then I can apply it to. I can make a skill check and apply a triumph just straight up to that check.
Okay, and are you trying to pull knowledge about this guy in particular?
Yeah, and his relationship to the taxi company back on Nar Shaddaa.
Interesting.
Maybe this will be the check that lets you learn that his real name is actually Leaky Tesla.
Wow. It's harsh. Why would he have registered under that name? That's terrible.
It could be just stuff that he finds.
Kind of the deep self-loathing that led him to join the Voiceless Diatham in the first place.
All right, go ahead and roll it. Sure, you can do that.
Okay. Damn.
Oh dear.
All right, I get nothing.
2 failures and 3 advantages.
Yeah. So you try to. I guess you're looking up a database of drivers for the taxi cab company back there. This guy's name is not coming up at all.
That makes sense.
It does, doesn't it? Which may suggest that he's not really a driver for that company.
Surprising.
But you do find some nice coupons for frozen yogurt on Kwenn Station.
Ooh.
And perhaps with 3 advantages, you leave it so that you don't leave any tracks to be, like, someone notices what you've searched for.
That sounds good.
Yeah, that'll work. Yeah, I'll probably use 2 of them. If there's another advantage that you wanted, you could certainly have it.
Cute coupons.
Right,
Yeah, coupons. Coupons for Freya.
Yeah, you thought I was joking, but I wasn't.
I did introduce that cool cup noodle place.
It's a franchise. Now there's one on Kwenn Station.
I do like the look of this gas giant. It looks pretty cool, especially like the top part of it.
Yeah, it was really nice. Is this actually Kwenn, or is this just gasgiant.gif?
Yep, this is a gas giant .png.
Man, it's beautiful.
Yes, whoever created that, I'm sorry for stealing your art. Please edit this part out.
Oh, boy.
It is very pretty, though.
Oh, dear.
All right, so you won't have any additional info going in, but you can certainly try to strong arm him now.
Certainly. The only problem is I suck at coercion. So I'll have to do something else.
You can always charm him. You can try to negotiate with him.
I have an idea. I know we have spent some time on this segment. I don't know, especially with the amount of successes that we had, that how helpful Dr. Vec could be. but it is possible that in her coldly efficient way and knowledge of medicine would be like, well, just deprive him of any sort of comfort or everything. I mean, we have like plenty of lights around the ship, so if you just start like leaving him next to uncomfortable sounds and like irritating lights, and just sort of like completely set him off his game and not just like poke him with a stick, might be like, and this could be what you have to look forward to for days and weeks. You'll never leave us. You think this trip's only going to take a day? Fool! And lie to him.
Wow. Watcher is really impressed with Dr. Vec's enhanced interrogation technique knowledge.
Just by, it'd be like a knowledge of like body physiology. By setting him off of his game effectively, it will disrupt his normal functions, and thus anything that he actually wanted to do, he will ignore in a way to make it stop and return back to normalcy. Because that's what any being cares about. Pattern. Disrupt the pattern.
That is a really good idea. I will just note that his pillow fort is right near all of your bunks.
Yes.
There's a wall.
Vec would merely note that would be like the consequence. Like, we could do it.
Just a quick reminder to our viewers at home. Don't do anything our characters do. They're bad people.
They are bad people.
Maybe Jason isn't, but the rest of them are bad people.
We have to have earbuds here somewhere, right? Like a Star Wars version of like earbuds that we stick in his ear and play like annoying cicada and cricket sound effects, volume 53. The mating sounds of rancors.
Ooh.
Actually. Okay. Utility belt. Spend 1 destiny point to perform a utility belt incidental. Produce a previously undocumented item or weapon from a tool belt or satchel. As it turns out, I do have the compendium of Rancor mating ritual.
Oh no.
All right, flip the destiny point, and you certainly do.
Along with these earbuds, just insert these into him. He won't be able to remove these. Do some light fuckery in there. There you go. My work here is done. I'm off to study how to improve your body. Whoosh! I take off.
All right.
Yeah, if you guys want to do that, you certainly can.
Sure, why not? Won't be terribly effective because we only have a day to do it, but
yeah, I suppose like part of it would just be couching in the fact that we tell him that we have more time. Like he could be in here forever.
Yeah, that'd be do it. All right. We should probably do a check to actually get information now.
All right, how do you want to do it?
Well, Watcher's bad at
talk to him?
coercion. Yeah, probably. But I mean, Watcher's bad at coercion, so if we're going to do that, we should have Tim go. Otherwise, I can try to lie to him and try to guide him into revealing information. Through deception.
In this particular case, it sounds like what we're setting up is to have an easier coercion through something like lying and by messing with his rhythms and what have you. Yeah. So that a coercion will be easier for us because what's he looking at? Weeks of this? What if we do have an entire audio library of Rancor mating rituals?
Which you do. You flip the...
Yeah, you do.
That's right.
Okay,
that was an immense experience point talent there I spent. It was on the utility belt. She literally had it right on hand.
So what do the rest of the crew think of the fact that Dr. Vec had this glorious soundtrack?
Watcher he doesn't kink shame.
Tem is not in the least surprised, especially seeing as they were, until recently, transporting a Rancor.
It was all research.
It's for research!
I got it for the articles, okay?
Play Rancor.
Alright, so do you guys want to play this out, or do you want to just do the roll?
Okay, well, I can have, if we want Tem to run the roll, you can have him walk in holding that soundtrack and be like, mating rituals of the common Rancor, That's pretty interesting, Hollow. You wouldn't object to having that put
Why?
on there,
Why do you have that?
because I got it from Dr. Vec. Smug.
No, that was the guy talking.
Oh, yeah, okay, sorry. I didn't recognize the character voice.
You know, I don't remember what voice I used for this guy a month ago. I think he was like low and raspy.
You wouldn't mind if we just put that on in your little cell there, would you? I mean, we could just
I'd
just put it on in
prefer
there.
that you didn't know.
Nice little
Please
hollow.
don't.
Well, journey through the miracles of nature. This could be real educational
Is this
for you.
what you're into? Is that?
Personally, no. I can't speak
Walter
for everyone
pipes
on
up
the
and says,
ship,
yes, I am.
but there you go.
Wow. All right. More learning more about you guys than I really needed to know.
Oh, don't worry. We'll be learning lots about you, too.
All right. Can you stop poking me with the stick when you're saying that?
Boop.
At this
All right.
point, like one of his arms is a mass of bruises.
All right, so I think at this point we can off-screen the rest of that conversation and do our little coercion roll there.
I will be trying to help Tim. Let's see. We have a boost die for Tim because of his previous coercion roll. I will try to assist him. Also, I can do supporting evidence, which I will talk at length. Oh, wait. That can't be used on coercion, so never mind. But 2 boosties.
Okay. And it's 2 difficulty on him?
Yes, it will be.
All right, so we're trying to get him to trip up and give us information about Voiceless Diatham, other locations, or other figures of note within the organization.
Yes.
Yep. And
With the-
let's go ahead and upgrade that on your end.
All right, so 1 purple, 1 red.
Yep.
With the underlying thread that if he does it, it's not so much being poked with a stick so much as being trapped in this pillow fort for weeks with rancor mating sounds and light flickering.
Damn.
Oh!
All right, I pulled off a success there.
I'll take it.
Yeah, that's good. So you guys start the recording. Probably give him some time to consider his options.
We're
A solid 6 or 7 hours go by. And finally, he just kind of climbs up. He does the same thing that the lady did. He's got his arms over the top of the crib.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I think I'm ready to talk.
Oh, really? Okay, sure. I just thought you'd enjoy the show, but I'm happy to talk with you.
I think I'm enjoying it a little too much. Anyway,
Learn a lot about yourself in these situations, don't you, soldier?
anyway, I'll be in here when you're ready.
So he goes back to the corner and he crosses his legs, one over the other.
All right, so what...
So the information that he's going to give you guys is unfortunately very much tied to Nashida.
That's cool. That's fine.
which
Sure,
is
sure.
It's the cell that he was a part of. They do have, I should say, a outpost there because it's a very big moon, and there are many places for nefarious organizations to have a hideout. Now, the questioning about Jagdon the Great draws a blank. This guy does not know of him, but since I'm sure you guys are going to mention where you guys are headed, he does seem to know that, yes, Kwenn is used as a drop-off point between the live specimens, which he also knows about, and the destination that they're being taken to by the lead scientist. He does not know the lead scientist's name, unfortunately.
Okay. So did we get any names or locations for those outpost info on Arshada? Because I think we know some people who are still around that planet or moon.
Yeah, you certainly do. Yeah, he'll like cough up one of the locations.
All right, I'll send a holo to our associates with that information.
Smash cut to them just burning the entire place down.
It's just
No,
a
no.
burning
What's
building.
going to happen is that they'll get the information and then they'll look around at the place they're already in with just like blood flowing down the walls and corpses.
Somehow the droid is also bleeding.
It's not his blood; he's just covered in.
Yeah, there's so much
blood.
of it that is just coming out of him.
I love it.
All right, so that's all the information we got from him?
Yeah, unfortunately, I mean, he kind of tips off how they're organized. They are regimented into various cells, and the knowledge that people like himself have of other cell members is very, very tight. He doesn't know much beyond the little sphere that he exists in.
All right, cool. So I'll get Dr. Vec to let him out of the cage and be like, yeah, you could use a break from that. Let's turn off that Rancor holo. Come for a little walk. I'll help you stretch your legs out here, and you must be feeling pretty cramped in there.
I am, man. Just give me a minute or so, and then I'll follow.
No, it's fine. You just come with me right now. I says, and just let's go. Let's go for a little walk there. Here we go.
Okay.
You can just walk hunched. It's fine.
And that's what he does.
No judging here. No judging here. Let's just we're just
yeah,
gonna walk.
that's what he does. He's kind of hunched over as he follows after Tim.
Yeah, just walk out
he looks
this
very
area here.
suspicious.
Yeah, just keep walking along here. There we go. There's a nice view here, isn't there? Nice view right here, right next to this.
What am I?
Airlock
outside?
here.
What?
Okay, yeah. There. You just stand right there.
No.
He says as he
No.
closes the inner airlock
No,
door.
please don't. Please,
Just hold on there. One sec. He says, all right,
please, no.
Yeah,
He
just gonna push this.
straightens and starts reaching for Tim.
Just gonna push this button here. There we go. And Tim opens up a little airlock there for him.
I mean,
Did
did
you
you
space
close the inner door?
I said I closed the inner door.
Space that man?
Yeah, he got all we need out of him.
Yep. So he just kind of goes whoop out into space.
Rancors. What a
With his
pervert.
flag at full mast.
And Tim closes the outer airlock door. All right, so you about ready to dock on that station?
Why'd you kill him and not the other one?
He tried to kill us. Pretty obvious, isn't it?
I mean, I guess she never pulled a gun directly on us.
She was a victim of circumstance. He was directly trying to kill us. There's no
He
reason
also
to let
kept
him live.
saying, "Don't mess with the voiceless diaphragm," and that's kind of annoying.
He was
Oh.
really, really annoying.
Yeah, those
No.
are his final words right before the door opens.
Yeah, well, Kwenn Station.
All right, so you guys are, I guess, out of hyperdrive at this point because it would be a little awkward to have spaced him into hyperspace. And
Yeah,
the
I
ship is, of
assume so.
course. Yeah, I mean, it'd probably destroy the ship. I don't know. Star Wars. So you guys come out of hyperspace. He is floating behind you guys. And you've got this giant gas giant wording right in front of you. It's got a nice eerie glow about it. It kind of basks over the ship. And then floating to one side of it is a quite a large station. It is multi-tiered. There are currently 2 Star Destroyers docked within its massive lower hangars. And there's like a steady stream of ships. Like another one kind of pops out of hyperspace nearby and makes its way over towards the station. Others are leaving.
Tim reflexively salutes every time he sees a Star Destroyer.
All right, the Star Destroyer salutes back. It's a little odd.
Tem nods knowingly.
But yeah, if you guys want to dock, you probably just need to make the call.
Now, are we still using the stolen ship code that we used to get to Narshada?
I can't answer that for you.
It's a good question. Are we? You're the de facto bossman. Shall we change it up?
Yeah, new leader time.
It's Boxing Day.
That was a quick mutiny right there.
Tem finds himself floating out the airlock alongside Leaky Chesley.
His final thoughts were, oh, I shouldn't have messed with the voiceless diatham.
My mother used to always say you shouldn't have messed with the voiceless diatham.
All right, so we've got the. I guess we may as well just use the guest call sign. It's been working for us so far.
Yeah, so you're going to put the call into the station?
Well, I'm not the ship captain. I'm just a captain who is on a ship.
I'll send the docking information over via proper channels.
All right, so you send that over. There's a brief acknowledgement. They are going to go ahead and run your ship credentials. Now, at this point, are they still clean?
Would they not be? What reason would they have not to be?
Well, the uninvited guest, you stole those credentials. They're a smuggler ship. I mean, I'm sure it's fine.
It's fine.
It's fine. You're just coming into Empire space now. It's fine.
Well, we're
Good. Glad we solved that.
We're all like burned assets anyway, so I don't know if the yesterday codes would do us any better.
That's probably a backstory for another time as to what the codes for the yesterday have been used for.
What's Moth Sanharl told us about docking in Imperial space, if anything?
Probably would have told you to use clean assets at all time.
Well, do we have any clean assets? I mean, this is a pretty common ship model.
Oh, it definitely is. And I mean, it would also be the IDs, of course. So it would also have to be clean. I'm just trying to think of whether the uninvited guest would be flagged. It's probably heavily suspected of being a smuggling ship.
Is there like a fortune roll or like a random chance roll built into the system?
No, not really. But if you want, you can go ahead and someone can just roll a single force die. And if it rolls light, you're good. If it comes up dark, there might be some trouble at a later point.
Well, seeing as Jason's transmitting the codes, he should definitely do that.
What am I doing?
You're rolling a single force die.
Okay, we'll do that.
You clearly got the dark side out of your system. We'll be good.
Rolling a single force die. Those are the this one.
One's in the middle.
Yep.
Hey.
All right.
Double whites.
That's pretty good.
Phrasing. Double light sides.
Yep, so the ship ID is checked, comes back perfectly clean. And you guys are given a docking, or rather a station number to go ahead and dock at. You can certainly go ahead and do so at your leisure. There's no voice comms or anything. This port is so busy that they just kind of flag you in as long as you're clean.
Cool. Hey, a map.
Hey,
Wow.
a map. A map for this section? What?
Well, more of a picture.
I was told there were not going to be any
Just a
maps
picture.
at all.
It's not a map. Just a picture.
It's a station map.
Perhaps in a different system, if they were less busy, they would have looked at our perfectly squeaky clean record and been suspicious, but they're so busy.
Exactly. That's exactly how it would have gone down. Yep, so you guys are given like Dock 78.
Awesome. I check the station maps to see if Jagdon the Great's residence is listed.
All right, you can go ahead and roll that for me if you want.
What kind of roll are we looking at there?
No, you know what? The answer is no. The answer is no.
All right, well, maybe once we land, one of our resident slicers can use the email address, or sorry, the holomail address that we have, and do some tracing of IPs through the station system.
We'll both type on the same keyboard.
Yep. Ghost style.
I love it.
Just, Jason stands up to, like, flip one of the switches and he sits back down, but he's now on Watcher's lap.
Oh,
dear.
whoa. Why is this happening?
The shoujo bubbles come out.
Oh, no.
All right, you tell us.
Out in vain for Pilot Monthly.
Looks like I'm going to have to escape from LA.
LAP.
All right, I just gonna take a quick 5 minute.
Okay.
Feel free to role play amongst yourselves as you land,
Hey, look,
Or,
we
you know.
landed.
or take a break, whatever.
Let's take a break.
I'm having some trouble. It's been a few months since I've been this character, and I wasn't her for very long.